We're here live today at the Doctor House, VOS TV, where the one-day summit and student entrepreneurial skill-up program tagged entrepreneurship and employability as a tool in combating cybercrime, cultism, and drug abuse.
The need for students to shun crime and empower themselves with entrepreneurial skills have been emphasized. This was the focus on the one-day summit and student entrepreneurial skill-up hosted by the Director of Actions and Mobilization, National Association of Nigerian Students, Comrade Daniel O. Temple. The event, which took place at the Doctor's House, Ugbo, Benin City, attracted large turnout of students and other guests. Some of the critical stakeholders that graced the event were the State Zonal Commander of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), Michelle Ofoyeju, Acting Zonal Director, Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC), represented by Williams Osegame, Chief Executive Officer, Definom Event, Nosa J. Obadige, Managing Director, 7up Bottling Company, Benin, Engineer Tunji Taiwo, and the representative of the Acting Chairman of Ikpobaoka Local Government Council. The one-day event tagged entrepreneurship and employability as a major tool in combating cultism, cybercrime, and drug abuse, seeks to redirect the thoughts of actions of the students towards meaningful engagement while shunning social vices and substance abuse. Setting the tone for the event, the convener, Comrade Daniel Temple, noted that the idea was a response initiative to the rising surge of criminality and substance abuse among students and youths in the society.
This event was birthed out of the menace of cultism, cybercrime, and drug abuse, which plagued our students' community and actually affected our administration to a very, very great length, actually very, very sad thing. So we are here today to see how we can curb this menace. And that's why we said, instead of our students to channel their energy into social vices, let's convert this energy and see how they can build themselves entrepreneurially, socially, and otherwise.
He also added that the initiative was also designed to empower students and youth alike.
This event is fully packed. At this event, we'll be making students who have existing businesses who want to make their businesses fully legal. So we'll be raising 20 businesses at this very event. And also 2 NGOs who have stood out in the University of Benin community particularly. They will also be fully registered so that they can become legal. Students who have little business ideas that small money can kickstart so that they'll be independent on their own. And instead of them thinking of how they will go into social vices, they should channel their energy to thinking of how they can develop the business that they've already started.
The various guest speakers took turns to admonish the students on the path to follow to ensure a meaningful existence. For the CEO of Definom Events, Nosa Obadige, she charged the students to embrace skills development in their quest to live a meaningful life and achieve prosperity.
If you really sit down and take it all in, you realize that there are some things that are not worth putting your hands into at a very young age. And trust me, there are so many legal ways to make money. The problem is that either you're not aware of them or you're just too impatient for the process. As students, you can be a virtual assistant. You don't need a BSc to be a virtual assistant.
The need for skills development was also echoed by the managing director of 7up Bottling Company in Benin City.
What they teach you in school is to enable you look at situation, is to help you solve problems. And what we need in the industry is that we need people who will help us to solve the problems we have in the industry.
On his part, the State Zonal Commander NDLEA pointed out the harmful effect of drug abuse to the user and the society.
Shisha is one of the agents that can cause cancer. Why are you doing it? So why are you making your lungs to fail through cigarette? Because cannabis? No. The drugs that are deadly, even the illicit ones, which are easily available like cigarette and alcohol, they are also very deadly. They also cause causes cardiovascular diseases and respiratory infections. Just run through the slide. You can see the father and the mother, they shine this to your 10th Israel. Next, accident. Now, if you take cannabis, one of the effects is that it gives false perception. So, if you are driving after taking cannabis, you may think the vehicle in front of you is fine because you are having a false perception. And the next
The message of the EFCC Zonal Director is that of admonition on the need for the students to abstain from crime.
To just make an appeal to every young man here to stay away from cyber crime. As rightly said here, you can use the internet for positive things. Hello. So that getting involved with internet fraud, that there are consequences attached to it. Consequences, you'll be arrested, you'll be prosecuted.
There is a nexus, a link between drug abuse and crime and other acts of criminality. So let us, I advise that we do away with drugs.
High point of the occasion was the presentation of awards to some deserving personalities.
I present to you this award. Congratulations.
There was no dull moment at the event as the students and guests were treated to entertaining performances and game shows.
State and capital.
Cross River, Calabar, Delta, Asaba, Edo.
Why choose Sarah's Empire? At Sarah's Empire, we're not just selling a product, we're selling a feeling, an experience.
Jewelry is the icing on the cake. Without jewelry, your dress will not complete.
Whereby we're not just baking, we're making moments, memories, magic.
Speaking shortly after the event, the convener, Comrade Daniel Temple, spoke further on his motivation and his action plan.
We can only do this, and the best way I believe we can do is to enlighten our students and then see how we can empower them. That's how I said to them. We don't just want to talk to them about avoiding cultism, but no, we also want to tackle this issue through entrepreneurship because we believe that we are busy if they have things meaningful that they are doing.
Other special guests have this to say.
First of all, I want to commend NANS Edo State Axis for their wonderful effort in putting together this kind of summit where young people can be enlightened concerning some of the major vices plaguing our society, talking about cultism, talking about cybercrime, and of course drug abuse. The more enlightened people are, the further away they are from crimes.
It comes to me as no shock because even at last week I was also awarded by the Peace Ambassador of Niger Delta. So, and having this award again shows that we are actually doing well in the society and that the contributions we are making, positive contributions, are being noticed by people and all our sons.
It's a very important program.